On the same day, the Sadducees, who say there is no resurrection, came to him and asked him, "Teacher, Moses said if a man dies without having children, his brother must marry the widow and father children for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers among us. The first one married and then he died. And since he had no children, he left his wife to his brother. The second did the same, and the third, down to the 7th. Last of all, the woman died. So in the resurrection, whose wife of the 7 will she be? For they all had married her." And so Jesus answered them, "You are deceived, because you don't know the Scriptures or the power of God. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like the angels in heaven. Now as for the resurrection of the dead, you have not read what was spoken to you by God. I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He is not the God of the dead, but of the living." When the crowds heard this, they were amazed at his teaching. And when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they assembled together. And one of them, an expert in religious law, asked him a question to test him. "Teacher, which commandment in the law is the greatest?" "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets depend upon these 2 commandments." So while the Pharisees were assembled, Jesus asked them a question. "What do you think about the Christ? Whose son is he?" "Well, he's the son of David." "How then does David, by the Spirit, call him Lord, saying, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit on my right hand until I put your enemies under your feet'? If David then calls him Lord, how can he be his son?" No one was able to answer him a word, and from that day on, no one dared to question him any longer.